In the mystical world of ancient immortals, a transcendent soul found itself reborn as a child, an heir in a realm steeped in ancient power and legend. The lord of the Jun family, Zan Tian, stood beneath the heavens, calling upon celestial blessings for the birth of his heir. A maid shouts from a distant room that her son's wife has given birth to a healthy boy. Overjoyed, Zan Tian beckoned the child to be brought to him. In the comforting embrace of his grandfather, the child is confused and thinks he is in another world. Zan Tian is happy to see his newborn grandson. Suddenly, two elders enter the room like a flash of light. One asks Zan Tian to let him hold the child. When both elders get closer to the child, they notice a tiny dragon on his body. It is the ancient divine heavenly body. The influence of the heavens and earth on the fetus gives rise to various physiques, referred to as 3,000 physiques. The ancient divine body ranks among the top 5 of these 3,000 physiques. With successful cultivation, no one can question its power. However, in recent times, the changes in the laws of heaven and earth placed 10 chains restraining the growth of this divine body. One of the elders put his hand on Zan Tian's shoulder to soothe his worries and said, despite the challenges, this child would not endure a difficult life due to his extraordinary status. The person in the child's body thinks that not only has he crossed over, but he also has an incapable physique for cultivation. Wasn't he supposed to be a protagonist? Just when hope seemed lost, a mysterious screen materialized, bearing congratulations for acquiring the divine body as a mere sign in reward. Curiosity piqued, and he decided to accept this reward. A notification pops up that he has acquired a divine body. A sudden burst of radiant light makes him unable to move, and the elders and his grandfather realize that something is wrong. With the golden light expanding in the room, one of the elders shouts, "What's going on?" As a parting gift from this celestial interface, the chains that bound his potential get cracked and eventually shattered, emitting strong golden light covering the entire mansion. With the striking thunder, even the celestial beings above bowed in reverence to the young host, leaving everyone in awe. In his grandfather's embrace, Zan Tian's heart brimmed with unbridled joy, proclaiming that this child embodied the regal spirit of a great emperor. Surprisingly, the child was not happy to hear that. The two elders were taken aback by this astonishing turn of events. The person within the child thinks, "They're praising me as if I am invincible. I should keep a low profile in future." When Zan Tian realizes that he has not given a name to him, he mulls over a name for the child, pondering, "Everlasting," but the two elders remain unconvinced, saying it is too common. The mother interferes with them, asking how about naming him Xiaoyao. She further says that becoming immortal is easy, but being carefree is hard. She wishes for her child to lead a carefree existence. Ultimately, the decision fell to the Lord, who named the child Jun Xiaoyao. The boy liked this name and had a bright smile on his face, but Zan Tian was a bit worried in his thoughts. An elder comforted Zan Tian that the Jun boy's father must be alive and trapped somewhere since he was mighty a white-gowned god king. At the ancestral cemetery of the Jun family, a coffin quivered, and the people near the coffin felt the shaking, radiating a golden luminescence. In his mother's arms, Xiaoyao is sleeping. Zan Tian starts to speak to the elder that if the news of Xiaoyao's attainment of the great divine holy body spreads, the consequences will be significant, further saying that we should work together to conceal the holy body fluctuations of Xiaoyao. In light of this revelation, the family decided to conceal the divine aura emanating from Jun Xiaoyao to avoid potential conflicts with other immortals, a fact that filled the young Xiaoyao with relief. Zan Tian called Ruer to bring the child. Under the guidance of two elders and Zan Tian, the enchantment process commenced. Xiaoyao felt his body become weightless, and his destiny seemed promising. Yet, a sudden interruption shattered the tranquility, and a wall between elders and Jun Xiaoyao appeared out of nowhere, shattering the mansion's roof. Everyone in the room is trembling to see this sight as a powerful 18th-generation ancestor, holding Jun Xiaoyao in his arms, appears. Zhan Tian and the other two elders of the Jun family drop their knees to greet the ancestor. The ancestor speaks up to them. I wonder then the descendants of the Jun family started to need such concealment. Can't you even protect a child? Scolding Zhan Tian and the other two elders. Looking at Xiaoyao, he is confused, watching too many older people. In his defense, Zhan Tian asked the old ancestor not to be angry and that they feared that someone might harm his grandson. Let me see who dares, replied the old ancestor. He asked them to spread the words that if anyone hurts this child, he will bear the consequences for starting the immortal battle with me. Hearing this, the elders and Zhan Tian seem nervous. The two elders, looking at each other, think that in the immortal battle, the heavens and earth are overturned with bloodshed. Zhan Tian, concerned, took up the courage and asked Ancestor if he was willing to sacrifice his own life for this child. With a sharp killing intent, the old ancestor replies, "Why not?" It was then revealed the 18th generation ancestor, who had awakened from a deep slumber, a cultivation method discovered by the top cultivators, sealing oneself in a coffin, completely isolating from the outside world, breaking out of the coffin upon success or being buried in the coffin upon failure. While playing with Jun Xiaoyao, the ancestor revealed that the great divine ancient holy body was a gift from the heavens. This child will have access to all of the Jun family resources, also announcing to bestow upon the child the zero sequence. Everyone in the room was shocked to hear this. Xiaoyao remained perplexed, unaware of the significance of this gesture. According to the Jun family's hierarchy, the ancestor could grant sequences to talented individuals, designating them as unique people of the Jun family. The zero sequence was the highest honor, reserved for the next generation family head. The previous zero sequence was none other than Jun Huai, the white-clothed divine king and father of Jun Xiaoyao. Zhan Tian expressed concerns that this arrangement may not be appropriate since each sequence must undergo countless trials. Therefore, other clan members might not accept the title he was given right after his birth. The ancestor's response was unwavering. Those who cannot accept can face the child in battle. With a cold glare, saying, "I don't care about that." In the wake of this revelation, Xiaoyao's fear of survival grew, and Zhan Tian thought about his son, who was not present. Poor Xiaoyao, feeling cold without clothes. Held in the arms of the ancestor, he encountered the enigmatic system screen once more, its mission objective directing him to the Teui ancient steel. 3 years had passed, and the tale of the 3-year-old child who captured the attention of the 18th generation ancestor had become the talk of the entire continent. Within the Lord's mansion, young Xiaoyao could be seen eagerly absorbing knowledge from his grandfather. With a sense of profound wisdom, the elder began to detail the intricacies of the cultivation realms. He explains that the cultivation begins with the physical realm, which has 5 realms. With the nurturing of heavenly treasures and earthly materials, one can achieve great success. After that, the divine storage realm elucidated that there are 5 such realms, each connected to one of the human organs. Once the divine storage realm reaches the 5th realm, one can gather spiritual energy and transform it into a true spirit. Intrigued, Xiaoyao asked, "How long does it take to surpass the divine storage realm?" Zhan Tian took a deep breath before explaining that an average individual might need 5 years, while a prodigious talent could accomplish it in 3. But for someone as special as Xiaoyao, he believed a mere 1 or 2 years might suffice. Driven by a sudden urge, Xiaoyao wanted to test his potential within the divine storage realm. Intrigued, his grandfather encouraged him to demonstrate his cultivation technique. Watching intently, the elder was taken aback as Xiaoyao entered a deep meditative state almost instantaneously. To his astonishment, Xiaoyao progressed seamlessly through 2 realms. And within moments, he transcended 3 more, effectively achieving what many would take years to accomplish in just a few fleeting minutes. Zhan Tian's heart swelled with pride, realizing the unparalleled potential of his grandson. Xiaoyao asks his grandfather if he is all right. Zhan Tian replies that he is fine and is deeply moved right now. Wanting to reward such remarkable prowess, Zhan Tian asked Xiaoyao for his heart's desire. Uncertain about the vast expanse of the world, he remembers the mission given by the system. Xiaoyao wished to visit the Teiyue ancient stele. Coincidentally, no one knows about the Teiyue ancient stele better than Zhan Tian. He shared that this revered stone stele, located in the Tianxian domain, had the unique ability to measure the might of any attacker. The prestigious Jun family had placed this artifact in their martial arts arena. Wow, it's quite close. With stars in his eyes, Xiaoyao expressed his desire to visit ancient stele, justifying that after surpassing 5 realms, he yearned to assess his newfound strength. Recognizing his grandson's passion, Zhan Tian picked him up on his shoulder and acceded to his wish. Elsewhere, at the martial arena, a striking blonde girl looked at the ancient stele, collecting energy in her fist, and unleashed her full power against the stone stele. Its mystical properties revealed her formidable attack level, leaving the onlookers in awe of her capabilities. However, not all were impressed. Another girl stepped forward, disdain evident in her voice, as she taunted Jun Linglong about her power increase of just 30,000 Jin compared to the last test. "Hey, why are you not responding? Do you have nothing to say?" asked Lan Qingye. Jun Linglong ignores the troublesome Qin. Furiously, Lan Qingye asks if she rejected the invitation from young master Zhan Jian. Jun Linglong replies, commenting that Zhan Jian does not lack strength, but she rejects him because of his questionable generosity. Lan Qingye, incensed by this slight to her master, lunged forward in fury in an attempt to strike Jun Linglong. Linglong, catching her hand, tells her to think before attacking. But before their conflict could escalate, an unexpected presence emerged. Xiaoyao materialized with an aura of calm, having gone unnoticed even by the astute blonde. With his check-in mission completed and the system's requirement fulfilled, he knew that his rewards were finally within grasp after 3 years. Upon successful check-in, the system shows a series of notifications for obtaining a 6-star reward, the Divine Elephant Imprisoning Qi. To his astonishment, this reward evolves from the first stage to the complete stage of Divine Elephant Qi. He ponders, considering that his last reward bore 8 stars, whether the star indicates the strength of the technique. I wonder what the highest possible star tier will be. As he is immersed in his thoughts, Lan Qingye breaks his concentration with a reprimanding tone, questioning his presence and suggesting the arena is no place for children. Such a noisy voice, undeterred, Xiaoyao introduces himself as Celestial Emperor Palace, Jun Xiaoyao. Any objection? The declaration causes a ripple of astonishment, with many recognizing the name of the divine child. However, Lan Qingye remains in the dark about the significance of this revelation. The blonde girl, realizing the gravity of the situation, nudges Lan Qingye to show her respect. As Lan Qingye apologizes, seeing this, the crowd joins in, bowing in reverence. Paying respect to divine child, somewhat disheartened that his name alone settled the dispute and the plan he made collapsed, Xiaoyao turns his attention back to the stone stele, preparing to gauge his strength. Channeling the Vajra elephant technique and the myriad transformation, he directs his qi at the stele. It quivers, displaying a level of 10,000 Jun. Astonished, Xiaoyao thinks that without invoking the inner spiritual energy, he can still release this kind of power. Observers note that Xiaoyao seemed to be 3 years old. Whispers circulate, some voicing that his performance was not exceptionally impressive given the resources at his disposal. They believed he hadn't truly lived up to his esteemed title. Thrilled at the challenge to his prowess, Xiaoyao released his pressure. Lan Qingye was terrified to see this kind of power she didn't even feel from the young master she served. Xiaoyao pivoted and, with unparalleled force, struck the stone. It doesn't just quiver. It cracks and ultimately shatters. While the crowd stands aghast, Xiaoyao inwardly chastises himself for not restraining his might, thinking, the stele should also be a treasure, right? How am I going to salvage this situation? From the remains of the stone, a surge of spiritual energy rises, showcasing the words, recreating the ancient extreme realm again, generating a heavenly Tao reward. His grandfather mentions, The so-called ancient extreme realm refers to the fact that in countless eras, nobody at your age has had a stronger physical body than you, further saying that Xiaoyao had just broken through and touched the threshold of the spirit sea realm. His grandfather attributes this sudden advancement to Xiaoyao's robust physical constitution, admitting even he couldn't fathom his grandson's potential. Upon inquiring about the source of Xiaoyao's technique, the young prodigy seems disheartened over the shattered steel. His grandfather answers, "So what if it is broken? No big deal." Seeing Xiaoyao trying to patch up the ancient steel, his grandfather laughs in joy and reassures him, hinting at the many treasures the Zhan family possesses. However, as they prepare to depart, the blonde girl, Linglong, obstructs their path, leading to Zhan Tian's visible annoyance while exerting spiritual pressure on her. In a shocking twist, she kneels and expresses her wish to serve the divine child, asking permission to be his attendant. Everyone, including Lan Qingya, is shocked by this sudden request. On the other hand, intrigued Xiaoyao comes down and seeks her motive, explaining that when she knelt, everyone was gasping that you are the pride of heaven. You possess exceptional talent, so why do you want to serve me? Hearing this, Linglong asks, "Do you not know, or are you testing my sincerity?" This makes Xiaoyao confused. His grandfather chuckles and elaborates on the strategic move, highlighting Linglong's intentions to align with the main family. "I now know why you want to serve me." However, Xiaoyao mentions the conditions: cooking, cleaning and playing Linglong has to follow if she wants Xiaoyao to accept her, but he assures her unparalleled cultivation resources in return. Hearing this, Linglong with a bright face happily agrees. Their pact is sealed, and Xiaoyao playfully opts for a ride on her shoulder to the emperor's palace. Wait. Isn't lifted by grandfather special, right? Zhan Tian asks. Xiaoyao replies, No, stop joking. Compared to a muscular old grandpa, a young lady is definitely better, right? With this humorous exchange with his grandfather, Xiaoyao departs for Celestial Palace. Meanwhile, Lan Qingya rushes to update her master about Linglong's allegiance switch. As she approaches the secluded forest, a dagger is thrown in her path, halting her movements. Two cultivators warn her not to disturb young Master Zhuang Jian. She tries to communicate to them that this is an urgent matter, but the guards mock her and make a statement that she must have been slapped in the face by provoking Zhan Linglong. "Watch your mouth," Lan Qingya says,